As I've said before, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles were always meant to be a package deal. And that package deal is one of the greatest Sonic games ever. The one many consider to be the best of the best. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's a full 14-zone experience. In fact, you can play as Tails in the Sonic and Knuckles half of the game. And you can play as Knuckles in the Sonic 3 half of the game. Additionally, Knuckles has his own paths in the Sonic 3 half. Neat. And here's the final score. I don't have to go into any detail. These are both great games on their own. They're better together. And I've already said my piece on them. So I'm going to turn over to my best friend, Garrett. Garrett, take it away. Is what I would be saying if I were able to get him to come. If I were to get Garrett to come. But due to some unfortunate circumstances, I was not. So let me get going. I was able to at least get him to record some gameplay footage. So this is that gameplay footage. He's going through Hydro City Act 1. I got him to go through Hydro City Act 2. By the way, this is using Sonic 3 layout, not the Sonic and Knuckles layout. At that point, that's a 1-up in the Sonic and Knuckles layout. Let me get something else real quick to make it a little... This should be a little better. Wait, is it going? Recording. There we go. Alright, as I was saying, I wasn't able to get my friend Garrett to come over, but I was at least able to get him to get some footage for me. This is that footage. He's playing through Hydro City Act 2, and something I should mention is that Sonic 3 and Knuckles does have something unique to it that the original Sonic 3 does not possess. I mentioned already that like some of the level design and only the Sonic 3 half is a tiny bit different. Obviously, there's Tails, Knuckles sections I already mentioned earlier. But there's more beyond that. Also, this is the... Also, as soon as he finishes Spin Dash, 1 second. Right about... here. That's the point where Sonic 3 is, that's the point where Sonic Mania's Hydro City Act 2 just literally becomes Sonic 3's Hydro City Act 2. Great music, by the way. That's something every Sonic game usually has. And great music is one of those things that just, again, is universal in the Sonic series. This is a fantastic soundtrack. And by there's Tails walking, of course. I don't think you can actually... I don't think you are supposed to be able to walk there. I guess you can. The CPU... That's the CPU Tails, by the way, not me. I guess you can get down to that little corner and inaccessible areas and also Sonic. But yeah, there are many inaccessible areas in this series. You know, just like glitch areas, cutscene areas, stuff like that. But anyways, I figured this would be a good part to really... to really get going into what I think the player should have the order for Sonic to be. As I do think there is an order player start with Sonic. And let's get started with that order. But there's one other thing I think he does show off. Let me see. I believe he does show it off in his Hydro City Act 2 run, so I think I'll just go through that. It's his favorite level in the game, by the way. His other favorite being Mushroom Hill Act 1. My personal favorite is Ice Cap Act 2, I think I already said. But there's still very good levels either way. With fantastic music. That's one thing this series is absolutely known for, is it's utterly incredible soundtracks. Sorry. Oh, there it is. Hypersonic. Let me pause this. Alright. Hypersonic is a unique transformation only to Sonic 3 and Knuckles when they're combined. It's pretty simple. Collect the 7 emeralds in Sonic 3 and the 7 emeralds in Sonic and Knuckles half of the game, and you get this beautiful transformation. By the way, when you get all 7 of those, the Chaos Emeralds, the Chaos little rings, the big gold rings, turn into rainbow rings. Not the same kind of rainbow rings from the 3D game that give you tricks, but there's just bigger rainbow rings that glow. And seizure warning, by the way. So Hypersonic, he can jump higher, jump faster, he's invincible and all that stuff. He can't breathe. He can breathe underwater, which something Supersonic cannot without a water shield. And he has a double air dash where they think. Oh, right. Controller problems. 1 second. Let's type. Oh, you died. There you go. You can hop to another part. Perfect. There we go. All right. So right there. There you go, that little double dash thing, unique to Hypersonic. You can do it all 8 direct in every all 8 directions, I guess, but you can do it's a double jump, the first double jump in Sonic. I mean, there was the lightning shield, but from Sonic could do it, I guess, sort of on his own. And that actually does lead into my favorite boss in the series. Let's get into it real quick. By the way, I forgot to hook up the audio record, but this is my favorite boss. Although, obviously, you're not going to see it here because Hypersonic just completely cheeses everything. But this boss has multiple attacks between doing... By the way, Supersonic is a great word for that. Between has drop some water balls to make you do that. Actually, let me show that off. As we move on to the next level Garrett showed off for me. This footage, by the way, is from Cybershell. I decided to mute his audio because, well, Yeah, but basically, I'm glad she was off. There's 3 ways to hit him by jumping like that. And by the way, that's today's link is going to be to Cybershell's old school Sonic Let's Plays from like 2007, 2008. Yeah, he was like the first actually good Let's Plays on YouTube of Sonic. Of course, there's thousands of them now, but back then it was pretty rare to see good Let's Plays of this blue rat. Making him with the balls, or you can do what Tails tries to do right there and bop him like that. And also, I love the water shield, Super Sonic. It's a fantastic boss fight. And I think now I can move on to what the perfect order, in my opinion, for Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, just perfect order for Sonic. This is the proper order of games you should go in. Number 1, the Sonic 2 Android full version. Don't bother with the Chaos Emeralds. Number 2, Generations. Beat the whole game. It's a good game. It's a good mix of 2D and 3D. Number 3, 06, but only after the silver fight. This gives you a good idea what the bad games are like. And along the good bit of the funnies. But don't go any further. And if you want to leave here, perfectly understandable. Most of the series is a bit outside of this. Like, after you play all the stuff I recommend for today, the series starts turning into more of this than the good stuff like this and this. Fine. And then to get you sort of back onto that, play this game. Sonic for Episode 2 is a good mix of like the 2D. It's a 2D gameplay, sort of in 3D. Sonic for Episode 1, it's not the best game, but it's fun if you understand. Some of the classic games aren't perfect, but if you just sit back and relax and let a game sort of play itself a little bit, kind of get a flow of the gameplay, you can enjoy it. But don't buy the final boss. Like once you beat the Eggman Gear Act 4 with the Metropolis Zone boss, just ignore it from there. Then beat Adventure 2. Adventure 2 is a great story. It's a good 3D gameplay, and it's good variety of stuff with the shooting and the treasure hunting. That's not as fun with the speed. Kind of get you used to the make the game longer button. Best story in the series. And from there, move on to so you're part of the fan base you'll be in. If you like the classic stuff, play 3K next after Sonic 2, which is why I did 3K today. 3K combined, not 3 alone, not Sonic and Knuckles alone, 3K together. After that, move on to Adventure. If you liked Adventure 2 the most, of the 3 main games you finished, that being Sonic 2, go back to the 3 games, being Sonic 2, don't bother with Chaos Emeralds though, just get to the end, Generations, and Adventure 2. And make sure you're playing the Android version, not the console version, the Android version. It's got some updates the console version doesn't have. It's like $2 too, it's cheap. Generations, and then Adventure 2. If you liked Adventure 2 the most, move on to Adventure 1. Similar game, great plot, good enough story, kind of jank, I guess an idea. It's a good 3D game. There's not a lot of these, as you can tell. And finally, if you like Generations the most, play Colors DS, not the Wii version, the DS version, because the DS version it's more fun and it's faster, like the Generations 2D, like the 2D parts of the Generation stages. It's a good mix of 2. There's not a lot of 3D, but it's a good 2D mix. Generations, and it's long enough so they can kind of get enough content and get an idea of how the gimmicks sort of work with stuff like the Wisps, and they're better utilized, by the way, in Colors DS and the Orange Generations for their stage. From there, you can move on to the cartoons, the comics, the movies, etc. They're not video game stuff, and that's all I'll leave it for today. Because tomorrow I have to get into. I'm going to finish off this marathon, this Sonic 30 years of Sonic and 30-day marathon. And with how I got into the series. So, yeah. See you next time, and have a great day. Bye.